Well, Doug and I have got 3 kids. So our youngest one's just turned 6 months, and we've got 2 boys who are in school. I'm a massage therapist, so I teach massage 3 days a week. And then the rest of the week I'm sort of seeing clients and doing a few other things behind the scenes with that. And Doug's a stay-at-home parent, and he does a few hours a week as a teacher's aide. Which we're going to kind of lose that income coming up to the school holidays. So we're just looking for a few different things that might be able to fill in the gaps. So that's how we got here.
And if this could be something for you guys long term, have you got any sort of vision of what you could hope this little business could be for you guys?
Well, I'm pretty happy with what I do. So I'm quite happy to keep rolling with where I'm going. But hopefully this is something we can do together. We don't really do anything together, so it'll be like it's like 3 kids and like bedtime. We don't really do anything with each other, so it'd be kind of nice to come together on something.
Yeah, awesome. And tell me, I suppose, what would an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month mean for you guys?
Probably buy a house.
What did he say? Boat, and you said house?
Holiday or a house, either way, I'll be happy.
Yeah, so, nice. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. And what would you like to ask me? What questions do you guys have?
At this point, we don't really have too many questions. We're just kind of interested in hearing how it works and what's required of us and all that type of thing. I guess one thing that we're both kind of dubious about is the whole selling thing. We've never really done it before. We're the kind of people that would just buy stuff, not sell stuff. Yeah. So awesome. Yeah, this is a completely new thing for us.
Awesome. Well, the one thing I want to help put your mind at ease is that selling doesn't work in our business. So it's definitely not about selling. It's just about recommending on the basis that you want to help people. When you really get what this thing's all about. I love that all we do is help people. We get to help people with health, which as a massage therapist, it's no different to that. You're providing a great service to release people of their strains and discomfort, but this business is about recommending an amazing online health program and a product that is really getting incredible results. I think when you spend some time in here and you build your belief around the product, you'll realize how incredible it is. And that's a journey. We all are on our own journey about building the belief in the product. I think the next belief is you there? And the next belief is just belief in the industry, and understanding that our business, the other side of what we do is we get to help people that are, whether they're financially in strain or they would love to make a little bit more money, or a travel fund or a mortgage fund or whatever it is. That's what this business gets to do. And when you get to help people create that, it's pretty magical. There's no doubt about that. And so it's just recommending, who else do you know that is just getting by, or that would love to travel more, or a mama that wants to stay at home with their kids rather than, go to work every day. Everyone's got their own different reason. For us, to be honest, the reason why I got involved in this is that I was sick of missing out on my kids' life. I was sick of not seeing my wife, and for that is that we were just getting by. At the same sense, I was like, it's okay to work really hard and make lots of money, but I was working really hard and we were just making enough. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. And, this is definitely, we've got an amazing system. If you plug into the how-to and plug into the training, it's pretty incredible what's going on. Tanika's definitely an example of that. She's a girl that probably didn't believe in herself too much in the beginning, but she's totally rocking it, and she's building an awesome business. So I think the how-to, guys, is pretty simple if you follow it.
Yeah, definitely.
Tanika might have mentioned to me that you guys had a question about whether you both sign up individually or just one signs up. Is that right?
Well, we haven't even got to that step yet, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
Is it Yeah, how does it work? Like, do we do it together? Do we do one each? I'm not sure.
Yeah, look, my question, I suppose you can do it both ways. I think that the question that is, what's the purpose of wanting to start the second one right from the beginning? In my mind is that, it's hard enough to just build one business, let alone try to build two. And if you start the second one, when you start to understand how a compensation plan works, starting up a second one, there's no real benefit in the beginning other than that there's some double bonuses to be picked up and that sort of thing. But you're going to get them one day anyway. And I think if you guys, unless my wife and I started our own from the beginning, but the reason for that is that she didn't want to be told what to do, for one. She wanted to do her own way. So I saw the business model, right? I really saw what this business could do for our life. And I was really excited about sharing the business with other people. And that really scared her. She's like, I don't know about the business side of it. I just, she loved the product. We shared the program, and she said, I just want to get customers. And I said, well, and she goes, but I want to feel like I'm doing something myself. And I'm like, well, start your own then, do that. But if you guys feel like, you're on the same page, you guys going to do it together. If you got kids together, you've got houses together, then you're going to have to split everything anyway. So a Juice Plus business will be the easy part if you never lasted. I think when boyfriends and girlfriends are getting started, I often say it's probably a good idea you start together. Like, to be honest, my first girlfriend wasn't the person that I stayed with for the rest of my life. And, if you break up, it'll be F you, and that's it. It's done. Like, there's nothing really to split. So, but if you're committed and you're going to have to split shit anyway, you might as well don't worry about your Juice Plus business. That'll be another thing you'll have to fight over. And it might be a good negotiating tool later on. But I think, if I was coaching you right now, unless you both felt like you wanted to have your own thing and you wanted to, that your individual work was tangible and you felt like you could see that what you were achieving individually was important to you, then, start your own. But if you, you're in this together, you're going to work it together, or one's going to work it more, then just start one in the beginning. And until you get to SSC, or just before SSC, which you probably have got no idea what that even means, but trust me, until you get to that, we'll let you know, like, now's the time to start building the second business. And, the beauty is that when you do get to that point, you get to do what we call double dip in our business. So not only do you earn off the, off the
You're breaking up.
Business, that the top business that you go to, Nisha?
Oh, it's just breaking up a bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Did you catch all of it or not really?
All we heard was double dip.
Double dip.
Oh, well, that's fun. Double dip is fun.
Of course, I remember that.
Yeah. Double dip. I think the thing is, my wife's just underneath me now, a volume that's going through her business also. So we kind of get to double earn on that. And I think, last month it was probably, at least $500,000 worth of sales went through her business for the month. So she's earning about 5% off that, and I'm earning 5% off that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things. I think, I think I hope I get the message off. I would say start one, work one, unless you both feel like you want to have your own ownership and feel like you're achieving. And like, my wife hadn't worked for since we met. She did the right. We got together, and I said, I don't want you to work. And we got pregnant with our first, very quickly. I told her not to sit down in the shower, but she did. And, that's what I told her dad anyway when I met her dad. But she was 6 months pregnant when I first met her dad. And I'm like, oh, my God. This is like,
awkward.
yeah, I think I'm responsible for that, but I haven't touched your daughter, I promise. So, that'd be the only thing.
Wow, you're very talented.
I thought you was the talented one.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess the thing is too, Kelly and Doug, like as you said, Doug's at home with the kids now and probably has time to do a lot of the back end stuff and the kind of copy and paste of what we do on Facebook. And then like Kelly, I see for you with your massage clients, the potential that they'll want to use Juice Plus, but then Doug can be processing all of their orders and everything. So you don't really have to worry about being involved in the admin side of things. And then, you know, you're teaching massage at the school as well. So you're going to have students that just want to go and run their own massage business. Yep. And maybe they can't afford to have stock and things sitting in their room. And Juice Plus is great for that because they don't have to outlay anything first. They can just process their orders and things when they're finished massaging at the end of the day. So I think it's probably time-wise quite good for you guys where Doug can handle a lot of the back end of stuff and you can keep doing what you're doing with the massage and the training.
Yeah. Well, I'm the talker out of us too, so he, definitely do the computer side of things, whereas I'm not good at that side of things. So I think
that's a little bit what Ben's doing with me now. He's helping me with the admin stuff because I have my job with Mandara and I really love it and I don't want to leave it, but we see a really great opportunity here to take this on as well.
Yeah.
And if you, Kelly, if you really think about what you've got, right? When I got this concept, I was like, shit. Like, one side of our business is that we share the products and we help people that want to improve their health. And there's no doubt you're going to be treating people, and you know, a lot of the people you don't even know, like they see stuff on social media and all that stuff, and they want to improve their health, so they're going to come to you around health. But you think about this is that how many massage therapists do you know that have an online nutrition program that when their clients aren't eating so well, they can recommend this online nutrition program to help their clients get better results? So not only are you helping them when they come see you, but you're helping them all the time and really take, you know, this, I'm sure you appreciate how bad nutrition affects the body, and that, you know, you're trying to help people get good results, but they keep putting crap in, and it's like, man, I don't know how much I can help you. Not only have you got that, but what's even more exciting, Kel, is while these massage therapists come and see you and they're about to embark on a new business and it takes time to build that, imagine if you could help them, offer to them to say, you know, build an additional stream of income while you're building your massage clientele up, promoting this online nutrition program that's going to help your clients get even better results anyway.
Yep.
And doing that, I've been in the fitness game. I had many massage therapists that worked for me. I used to have 3 personal training studios. And one of the biggest things that most massage therapists and PTs want to do is that they want to be able to do what they're passionate about full time, but most of them can't because they can't create a big enough income to jump straight into it. So they're looking at transition. How can I need to spend more time on my massage business to build it up, but I can't afford to do it because I still need my full-time job. So when you can provide a solution to say, you know, I've got this online nutrition program, you might be interested to promote it, and it's just a great additional stream of income to create for yourself. A lot of people that are doing in that industry are like, man, like, what do you mean? Show me more. And probably just like Tennille did, she sent you a link, you checked it out, you were like, okay, that made a lot of sense. We need to talk more. Like, let's have a chat and doing that. That's all we do, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we make most of our money through signing other people up to join the business or selling the product, or is it 50-50?
It's initially, it'll be more new customers and the bonuses when you get to certain things based on the volume that's going through your business. So initially, but over time, the commission money will be a lot lower based on other people's sales. But over time, it does this. And then the commission, the total amount of sales that's going through your business from everyone else's activity will overtake the retail and bonuses. And that guys is the real money. That's the beach money. That's the money that rolls into your bank account whether you work or not, you know. And when you really get the concept of that and you get the potential of it, like, I get embarrassed sharing how much we earn these days because it's kind of embarrassing, like how much comes into our bank account, even on the months we don't work anymore. And that's the beauty of this business. And you're building this, it's a residual income. You stop trading time for money. You've now created this machine that works with or without you, and you get rewarded for that. And the amount of people that you get to help with health, and then also, you know, think about Tanika. Tanika used to have a job last year.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a job. This is what she does. She gets to stay at home. She can be at dance class with her kids, and she could be talking to people while she's sitting there looking somewhat interested in another dance routine. Right? So
exactly.
that's what we get to do.
Yeah.
You know, you just think, who else would you love to help do that? You know, that's the emotional revenue. You know, I definitely do this now because I'm inspired by what this does. Like, we were desperate in the beginning, but we're certainly not that anymore. And now I do this because I'm inspired to help other people get on this journey and own their own life and get to work when you want to, not because you have to work. You know, go and do, if you're passionate about massage, I love that, you know, but what if you got to choose the clients you wanted to massage instead of just, I have to do more massage because we need to make more money? That's the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
like
Ben
that
to go back and massage so I can get all of his clients on Juice Plus.
There you go.
I wish we had a business again.
But I'll say something here too, Kelly. You know how, like, strongly and passionately I delve into things if I delve into them, and how cautious I am about products that I used to want to sell and give out to other people, and especially people you love and friends and so forth. Like, I delved in, did my research on Juice Plus, saw all the research and so forth on the product, realized that there's only a very small amount of negative stuff, and it's been on the market for so long that it is a product that's healthy and safe for people, and the business is helping people make money.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win-win situation. There's nothing holding back from jumping in and going at it.
Yeah.
It's a good product, it's a good business model, and it helps people make money and get them healthy along the way.
Yeah.
And you feel so many benefits. Like, I've only been on it for a month now, but the energy levels have been incredible from the capsules. And with taking the shakes, I think I've lost 4 kilos in the last month, and that wasn't even part of the plan. I was just like, shakes. I just want to have them for breakfast and dinner. I'm done cooking.
Oh, no, that's good.
Yeah. Look, the product is so bulletproof. I think the more you look into it, it's so basic, it's so simple, but it's so bulletproof. It's not a fad. It's fruits, vegetables, and berries. Yeah, unless some Martians are going to land on the Earth anytime soon, we're all going to be eating it for a long, long time. So it's around. It's not. You know, that's the thing. There's a lot of companies that are out here that are around that are in this space, but most of them are fads. You know, they're just, you know, one thing after another. And there'll be another superfood that'll come along that'll exceed the next one. There'll be some Amazonian berry, and then it's you know, someone told me about some algae in India or some BS the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure. Like, a good story. It sounds awesome. But the thing is, what I love about this, I'm yet to come across someone who doesn't know what fruits, vegetables, and berries are, and nor do they not agree with me that they're good for them and they could do with some more. And I think when it's simple, it's easy, it's duplicatable. I don't have to be a rocket scientist to explain it, and people love it, you know?
Yeah. I see a little bit of overselling, like, of the product a little bit, people getting a bit too hyped up about it. It doesn't need to be, because it's a simple product and it's healthy enough, and it's just fruit and veggies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice and simple.
It's awesome.
I guess one thing that I'm a bit nervous about is, like, I don't want to be that annoying salesperson pushing people into it. Like, you know, like, that annoys the hell out of me when people do that to me. So I think that's the only thing I think that's probably the biggest thing that has worried me about going forward with that, is that Doug and I aren't those people to push people. Yeah. So, I mean, like Ben said before, the product's good and it'll sell itself. And if I believe in it, then I'm going to be a lot more forthcoming with pushing it. But yeah, like, to to make the money or to get people on board. Like, I guess I just don't have that annoying thing in me, like, if that makes sense.
And honestly, have you got any plans on being annoying and pushy?
No.
If you don't, you can't. What I know is if you don't be pushy and annoying, you can't be that person unless you decide you're going to be, like, right. And when you really get and see the impact the product has, and honestly, personally, we lead with our program more than the products, because people are so done hearing, oh, another product. So when people say, oh, I really want to lose a few kilos, or I've got no energy, or, you know, you just say, you know, I've recently come across an awesome program that you might be interested in. If I was to send you some info on it to check it out, you know, would you be interested in me doing that? Most people are like, yeah, tell me about it. You're like, look, it's all hosted on Facebook. There's a couple of whole food products that go with it. I love it. It makes sense. It's a no-brainer. But I'll send you some info on it. Away you go. And then you just take an interest in them. No different, guys, to when you think about this. When you go to a restaurant and your friends and you say, what was that food like there? And you're like, it was amazing. It was awesome. I loved it. You know, we had this and that. Your friends aren't like, what herbs and spices do you think they used? And how long do you think they cooked it for? And they're like, man, was it awesome? Yeah, it was amazing. Awesome. I'm going to go do it. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. When you, honestly, Kelly, if you're running around trying to convince people to do this, I'm telling you, you're doing it wrong. It's not about convincing. It's about sharing. And when you get that it is about helping people, and when you get focused on just helping people, and the only way you can help people is that you genuinely take an interest in them. You know, when you know that people have been sick, you just say, hey, man, how's life? And I know last time I saw you, you weren't feeling well. How's that going? Blah, blah, blah. And then I normally just say, you know, one of the reasons I ask is, I'm not sure if you know, but I've recently started this online program. I love it, and I couldn't help but think you might be interested in having a look at it yourself.
Yeah.
And most people go, what is that? And you're like, I'll send you something. I'll send you some info. Check it out. And we're here to help you. And both of you guys just hold your hand step by step, teach you the conversations. How do you respond? How do you do it in a nice way that you don't feel like you're selling to someone and they don't feel sold to? And I think that's why our team is growing so fast, because it just feels good. It's like, this feels good, man. We're helping so many people. Yes, people are making nice money as well, but it's not done at the expense of being one of those people, you know?
Yeah. And I was definitely exactly the same, Kelly. When I was looking into it, I was, you know, I'd never done anything like this before. I always worked in schools, and, you know, it took me a little while to look into it. But exactly what Adam said, it's definitely not, you're not being one of those annoying, pushy people. We have an amazing system that has worked and has been so successful. And we have so many scripts and things like that we just help you every step of the way in how to respond to people inquiring about their product and things like that, so that you can just get the verbiage right and it doesn't come across as being one of those pushy salespeople. It genuinely comes from your heart, because you have such a strong belief in this product or the business, and you genuinely want to share it with other people because you know how much it's helped your family, whether it be health-wise or financially. And once you kind of have that vision, like now, I don't ever look at it as if I'm being a pushy person. Like, I genuinely know that this can help so many people. And when you can come from that place, you don't come across as being pushy either. It's just that you learn to ask those questions that are really, you know, you wanting to get those kind of answers. And there's so many people that are struggling with their health that you get those answers back, and it's like, well, you know what, I might have something that could be for you. And it's just sending them a link. Like Adam said, we just have those links and we just have the system that works. And if you follow that, you can't, you know, fail. Yeah. But I get it. I was exactly the same in the beginning as well, and most people are, because, you know, we just have this concept of this kind of system is like, you have to be one of those pushy people. We don't have to have parties, and that was one of the first questions I asked. I'm like, I am not doing those weird Tupperware parties or anything like that. If we have to do that, I'm not doing it, you know.
I was looking forward to planning some parties, Tanika. A little come on, get your friend. Will you do a party for me? Yeah, and you say,
I laughed when Kelly told me I did Tupperware before and it wasn't very successful. And all
Tupperware.
When she said, like, I don't want to be a Tupperware lady, I was like, oh, Kelly's going to love talking to
Yeah.
No Tupperware.
Sorry, no offense, but you know.
No plastic.
I like the sound of success parties.
Yeah. We definitely have them. Don't get me wrong. We definitely have. We've had lots of parties, but there's not much sales going on in those ones. There's lots of fun.
Alcohol sales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to the bar. The bar's the only one making money there.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, so is there any other questions, Kel or Doug, that you might have? You know, obviously there's going to be more questions that come up as time goes on and things like that, and we're definitely here to help you and to get those answered. But is there any other questions that you kind of have right now before you, make that decision, I suppose?
Yeah, no, I think we've kind of made the decision. I think we do want to go ahead and give it a go. But yeah, we don't have any questions. I guess we've got millions of questions. We just don't know what they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like I said, we'll just answer those along the way when they come up, you know, and that's the amazing thing about this business, and how I was so blown away at the beginning, because I was thinking, how am I going to do this? I don't know anything, you know, but you'll get to see as time goes on the amount of resources and links and training and everything that we have is just like, it's all at your fingertips and it's all on your computer. You can do it from home. So there's no, like Tupperware, there's no weekly meetings that you have to travel to. We get to do it just exactly like this on our computers or phones. So
I like the weekly meetings. I got to buy cheap Tupperware. That was the only good thing about it.
Oh, that's funny.
Love it.
All right.
We got it.
Good to connect, eh? Talk to you soon.
Thank you
See
so
you guys.
much, Adam. Thanks.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
So, Kelly, I guess the thing from here is like what Tanika and I normally do is we have like the messenger group, like what I did with the intro with you two now. And from there, we can kind of help you get set up with things. And then any questions you have along the way or you're not sure of, you sort of pop into that messenger. And then either Tanika or I will jump on and help you and kind of answer everything. So most of the business we really do run on Messenger. Of course, if you want to pick up the phone, you can, or we jump on and have Zooms like this. But we try to do it so that it isn't so scheduled and that you don't have to feel, oh, on Friday at 1 o'clock, I have to always do this to get all the information I need. We kind of are always just messaging each other back and forward on Messenger, which I think really helps out family life as well. You just reply when you get a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's the good thing in the beginning. Like, it is basically just in stolen moments. It really doesn't take that much time. It's basically just responding to, you know, creating your post, putting your post on Facebook, and then reaching out to Tanil and I when you're getting responses about people wanting some more information. And we just go from there in the chat group and help you in responding to that. So the way that it kind of gets, the way that we like to run it so that you can get your $100 bonus, which is one of the first bonuses that you can get within your first couple of days, is to do the post on Facebook. And then once you have those conversations and then you get a couple of customers interested in ordering, then we put your franchisee applications through. And that's $165 to get you started, but you're going to get $100 back on that. So you're basically only $65 out of pocket. And that covers the whole cost of your virtual office. So you get a software program that you download onto your computer, and that's where you'll get to put through all your customer orders. There's unlimited amount of information and things on there. And then obviously that franchisee fee as well also is including, we have a warehouse in Newcastle, and the warehouse ship the product directly to the customer. So it doesn't matter where in the world, we ship to so many different countries, so it doesn't matter where in the world you might be getting these inquiries from, because obviously Facebook's worldwide, right? So if you have friends overseas and stuff, the product can definitely still get shipped to them as well. So Juice Plus head office just automatically ship the the product directly to them, and then they take the money out of their bank account by direct debit. So we're not collecting money, we're not holding stock, we're not delivering stock, you know. So that really cuts down a lot of time to a lot of these other businesses that you have to actually do that. So that's probably a big bonus. So once you kind of get that up and running, and obviously you have your customer order through as well, then it's just a matter of doing that, setting that up, and then Tennille can help you with show you how to put through your customer orders. And then it's basically just kind of being consistent with those posts. You know, you don't want to flood your Facebook page with Juice Plus, because people are going to be like, oh my God, what has she started? So, you know, you want to have a bit of a balance, but you also have to keep in mind that not everybody on Facebook sees your posts. I think it's something like 10% of people, 10% of your Facebook friends actually see your posts, unless they're constantly, you know, on Facebook for 10 hours a day, they might. But we kind of recommend posting in either the morning between 6 and 9, or at night between 7 and 11, because that's where you're going to get out there to most people, because that's where most people are on, right? So they're on kind of when you first wake up in the morning, you might jump on your phone, and then when you get the kids to bed and all that kind of stuff, people usually go back on then. So if you're kind of posting within those times, that's going to help you get out there to more of your Facebook friends. And then it's just like Adam said, having those conversations with people that you come across in day to day. You can probably already think of like 5 or 6 people who you think could really benefit from this product. And it's not going and messaging them and saying, hey, you need to buy this Juice Plus. It's just posting on Facebook and starting that curiosity. And then obviously we have loads and loads of links that we do recommend watching every now and again when you do get a chance, whether it be when you're driving in the car. Like they say, your car is like a university on wheels, because that's a perfect time that you can actually plug in and listen to some recordings. And just the more you're going to start listening to those type of things, the more you're going to learn about the product and the business. So you're going to feel more comfortable talking to people about it, because you're just learning as you go. But you definitely don't need to be the expert in the beginning. And it's just a matter of when you get those stolen moments and that spare time, just plug in and listen to a couple of things while you're vacuuming, while you're, you know, I walk the dogs every morning and I listen to something. So it just has to really fit in with your life. And that's the good thing about this, it does.
So what's the first thing we have to do then?
So the first thing, we'll help you with your first post. So there's a post that we can put in our little chat group, and that just, Tennille will send you like 3 or 4 different photos, so you can choose one of those photos that you like, and then we'll just put a little spiel about super excited to get these magic beans landing on my doorstep. Although you've already got them, you want to start creating that curiosity, so it's probably better just to stick to that original post, and then say, can't wait to start feeling the benefits of having more energy, being able to keep up with my kids, sleeping better, and getting rid of that fuzziness in your, you know, that fuzzy feeling in your mind kind of thing. They're just mentioning a couple of benefits that you're excited about feeling. That's it, it's done. And then you'll start to, you know, have people messaging you or commenting on the post, asking what it's all about. And that's when we help you with that next step on how to respond to that. So you don't want to be explaining the product on your post, because then everyone's going to see it and you're not going to know if they're interested, because they're not asking for more information. So we always just comment, I'll PM you, and then we can send them a private message explaining a bit more about the product. So once you do that, and then you'll get some interest, and then it might end up being in a couple of days you'll have a couple of customer orders, and then we can get you started with setting up your franchisee. Because we could set up the franchisee today, but then your chances of getting the $100 bonus is a little bit slimmer. So we like to kind of just create it so that you're definitely going to get that $100 bonus. Because if you saw $100 on the ground, right, you'd go and pick it up. So why not have the opportunity just to get that extra? It's only $100, but it all helps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So does that sound exciting? So it's actually good. Sorry, T.
Sorry, I was just going to say, Doug, are you on Facebook as well?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, okay. And then, like, Tanika, for example, would they, even though they're going to be one business, though, like, they could both be doing the kind of posts and things, couldn't they, so that they're capturing different ones? Or are a lot of your friends, like, all the same? Or I'm just trying to think what's best to do there.
Yeah.
I thought that because we do have, like, different friends lists. Doug's not active on Facebook that often, but he probably will be as of today. So
yeah. Yeah, and that's okay. For example, if for example you both posted today, maybe like as you said, you've got different friends, but you've got some mutual friends. One of you could sort of do a post like, you know, you'll do the same post to begin with, but then one of you can do shakes today while one of you do the capsules or something like that, or one of you do the juicy body transformation program. Or so in that sense, you could mix it up so your mutual friends aren't seeing you doing exactly the same things all the time.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
will we get the information to learn about everything that Youth Plus offers? So, like, we can have conversations with friends and family and things like that?
Yeah. Yeah. So you, when we put your franchisee forms through and everything like that, you'll get a starter kit. That has loads of information and brochure, like a couple of brochures and just some things like that. But once you have your software program, like your virtual office on your computer, that has loads and loads of information as well. So you can just have a little flick through, and you can't hurt it, you can't wreck it. So flick through when you get a chance and just click on a few different things, and there's lots of information on there as well. Plus we have like a private Facebook page for our team, so you'll get added to that, and that also has heaps of information. But also when people are coming up with different questions or concerns and things like that, it gets posted on there, and that's a perfect way for you to kind of learn more about, because you're going to come up with the same questions as well. Everyone kind of comes up with the same type of thing, so that's a good way to learn as well. We'll plug you into that. And yeah, honestly, there's so much information out there. You're definitely not going to be on your own, and you just take it in your own time to learn as much or as little as you want when you get a chance. Like, obviously you're busy with the kids, so it might not be until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night that you can sit down and watch something together. But I would definitely be both doing posts on Facebook. Like Tennille said, obviously the first post is going to be the same because you both want to say you're excited about what's happening. But then as time goes on, and the next post that you do tomorrow or the next day or something can be different, so that you can vary it up. And also keep in mind, not everyone's going to see your post all the time either. So I'd definitely be working this business, although you're going to start together, kind of treat it as if you'll both have your own separate businesses, in a way that you're going to be doing your posts and Doug's going to be doing his, and having your conversations and things like that. But you kind of have the bonus, I suppose, as there's two people working on the business, instead of, say, me for myself, because my husband always asks me, when are you going to ask me to join your team, you know? And I'm like, yeah, soon, you're just too busy, let me just work it, and, you know, soon. And he asks me, honestly, like every second day, he's like, when are you going to ask me to join your team? So it's an advantage that you guys have two people working it, so you should probably, you know, you'll be able to reach those bonuses and those levels and really get off to a strong start.
And then, Doug, we'll add you into our messenger group as well, so that if you've got questions or customer things that are coming up and you're not sure how to answer it, you can just put it into that message. Hey guys, can you help me out with this one? And then we can go back and forth. Like, you don't sort of have to worry about waiting for Kelly to come home. Hey, can you ask this question for me? Or the four of us can just all be in there together. It makes it much quicker for you guys.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And what I was going to say, when Tennille did this initial post, she got a lot of feedback and interest straight away. And Tanika was right there helping her reply to every message, coming up with which wording you should use on different people and so forth. Yeah. So you got a lot of support there from Tennille and Tanika to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it really is just a copy and paste. Like, sometimes now I just say to Tanika, hey, I'm waiting for you to post about this because I just want to copy your message. Like, I don't have the time to be creative and think about it, but I need the answers. I need it up. And with every Facebook post, like, it's not about, all the likes and how many comments you may get on it. You'll be amazed each time I do a post how many private messages I actually get, or private conversations that start. So to other people, they're kind of watching you, sort of thinking, what's she doing?
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, you've actually got a lot actually going on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we'll help you get started with that today, with creating the post, and then I'd probably recommend waiting until tonight before you actually do it, and then we're here to help you every step of the way with responding and things like that. Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you.
This is a good thing about it too. You guys get to connect, like it connects friends. I've got so many old school friends in my team now who I speak to daily, who I hadn't spoken to for like 15, 20 years. So it's awesome that this, business brings friends together as well, and you get to work together.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right, guys, well, I'm going to head off, but it was lovely to meet you, and thanks T and Ben for chatting. And
Thank you.
We'll add Doug to our message group, and then we'll go from there. Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.